in a place called Klungkung. It's another favourite of mine. There's a very famous water feature. I don't know quite what, it's not quite a waterfall, it's not a weir, but it's some sort of water feature. It's stunning, absolutely stunning, and the bridge that goes over it is amazing. At night when I'm coming back from wherever and I have to come through this place, if the roads are empty, I will take that at speed, and it's so picturesque, day or night. Pretty busy today, so I couldn't get any sort of fast onboard shots, but it is spectacular. The water's pretty low, to be honest. Not normally, all the times I've seen it, because every time I've come to Bali, I've always come in the rainy season. So I've seen that thing absolutely torrential. You see lots and lots of families coming here, washing their clothes on the rocks, you know, whole family swimming. It is definitely sort of a focal point for the whole area. I love it. I absolutely love it. On the other side of the bridge, because one side you got the water feature, on the other side it's just the winding river covered in rocks. So I've been swimming there and I wouldn't call it rock climbing, but you know, climbing across the rocks with Ibu. To be honest, I wanted to go in the water today, but I didn't actually plan on coming here. It was just, I felt a bit lackluster after yesterday's day at the beach with Ibu. As per usual, I've overdone it with the sun. I do like me a tan, but if I could just, you know, be more patient. I always think of Bridge Over the River Kwai, that film, because of the bridge. It looks nothing like the bridge in the film. But when I first saw it, I came around the corner from the market bit, and you come down and you swoop left, and as you swoop left, you suddenly see this open expanse with this bridge and then the water, and then you turn right and you go across the bridge, and as you're going across the bridge, for the first time, I was just rubbernecking left and right. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Couldn't believe I was on a scooter in this place with this view. It's, I wouldn't say I'm used to it now, but I've seen it that often that when I see it, I'm like, yeah, this is Klungkung, no big deal. But it is fantastic. It is fantastic. Look at that cat while I'm chatting away. Hey, cat. I love the cats here. All the animals have sort of retained their wildness because they're wild, basically. It's amazing. Klungkung's famous for another thing, a market. And this market, while it has everything, is predominantly all about sarongs and fabrics and clothes. You get the best quality sarongs in Klungkung, without a doubt. And the stuff you buy in Ubud is all kind of printed stuff from the other islands, Java. But the Balinese, the traditional Balinese print, because each island has its own style of print. So I've been told from Ibu. To be honest, I didn't like it at first because I just thought, oh, that looks a bit bland because it's more patterns. Whereas the printed stuff, this is dyed a special way. The printed stuff can be a bit more Western friendly, I suppose you'd call it. But since learning about the culture, the little that I have, I do recognise a good quality Balinese sarong. And when you buy it at Klungkung, you buy it by the metre. It's just rolls and rolls of fabric. Whereas if you buy it in the markets around Ubud, which is sort of geared towards tourists, it's a pre-cut thing with, you know, the seams all sort of sewn. And, you know, when you buy it raw, the edges fray, and that's all part of the look. And I do have to say I like that. So this market, it's an old building. It's a couple of floors. It's got everything. The building itself is amazing, absolutely stunning. Especially when you're inside, you know, to look at from the outside, while it is totally authentic and amazing looking. When you're in the building, the quietness, the way the market sellers, they don't hassle you. This is not a sort of Turkish bazaar style market where everyone's yelling at you and you're yelling and trying to avoid the carnage. This is very, very serene almost. Everyone's just sitting there inside their fabric stalls and not bothering you. You know, they don't even ask you to come and have a look at their wares. They just literally smile at you as you walk past, and if you don't want to have a look, you don't want to have a look, and they don't bother. And that's the only market I've been to be honest, that's like this. Anywhere. Even in England, they're sort of, you know, 4 for a pound, they're doing all that stuff. And, you know, that's just the character of the market. But this place really, it is, you can hear a pin drop. It's totally, totally quiet, and it's beautiful. They've got a lot of animals. You can buy all kinds of birds, insects, locusts, any and everything, chickens. Problem is though, if I'm not with Ibu, I can't actually buy a goddamn thing from any market, because I wanted to get a collar for Bruno, and I asked the bloke, and you know, I've probably mentioned this on previous videos, but you know, you just can't get a fair price, and I don't know how to haggle. So I said, how much is this? And it's like a nylon collar with the cheapest bell, and I'm expecting maximum 20,000, I mean, really. And he wants 105. He said a number that I didn't recognize. And I said, can you know, flash up your fingers, how much is that? And he counted out 105. And I was like, really? You know, with my eyes saying, really? And he's smiling, going, yeah, 105. So 105,000, which is like, I don't know what, $10 for this thing that I'm expecting to pay $1 for. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, it's just the reality of being a Westerner in Bali. I cannot shop at anywhere that's not a supermarket that has prices. And I really miss the ability to shop for myself, I do. But I'm not gonna have it when I'm here, and that's that. Get used to it. It is literally just how it is. So like I said, they sell everything here, and I mean everything. I came to Klungkung just to grab a bite to eat and film the bridge, and the place that I've always eaten when I go there, it's a gado place, this Balinese dish. Peanuts, peanut sauce, vegetables, and sort of this compressed rice. And the best one I've ever had is in Klungkung, but it's been about just shy of 2 years since I've been here. So needless to say, that stall's now run by someone else who's selling different food. Equally nice, but not as good as I remember the other one to be. They sell different food, which I ate, and it was gorgeous. I've never eaten that food, to be honest. It had peanuts, noodles, rice, and a peanut sauce again. They're fond of the peanut sauce in Bali. Peanuts in general. And I got some nice footage of locals. There were a couple of girls sitting there eating. Everyone's super friendly. Klungkung market on a whole, vibe-wise, is super friendly and super hassle-free. You just can't shop there. That's, you know, not without Ibu anyway. I love the dinginess of this market as well. When I say dingy, I don't mean dingy in a negative way. It's the sort of oldie worldy feel of it. There's a lot of dark bits, and as you walk around, it's quite dirty, but natural dirt, not sort of loads of plastic, even though that is there. But there's a lot of like just dirt on the floor, broken bits of road. You can see how bumpy it is when I ride through this. It's very hard to keep the camera steady riding on this bike with the rig setup that I have. I can just see it bouncing all over the place, but it is what it is. That's how the road is. And the look of the people just look a little more rugged and a little less wily.
Now in Bali, in Klungkung Regency. Later you coming here again.
Bagus Market. My favorite market, Bagus.
Oh, the market in Klungkung very good. Bagus. Swastiastu.
So that's it really. I didn't do much today, but I got a lot of shots, a lot of footage. This place is super easy to get a lot of B-roll, basically. I'm trying to sort of mix and match and, you know, as I said yesterday, work out my format. Or was it the day before? It doesn't matter. You know, I don't want to have loads of B-roll music montages, then loads of chopped up clips of me talking. So today I took a load of B-roll to see what I can do. And then basically what I do is I just talk about my day and then stick images to my words and maybe stick a tune in there or a bit of beats. But anyway, I'm getting a lot of funky stares off the locals here. I think my camera rig and the fact that I'm talking at length is giving them the heebie-jeebies. So I'm going to get out of here. Cheers. See you tomorrow.